All right, so our next role model of the evening, I'd like to bring up. So if you watch TV, you might have seen him on AMC, Hell on Wheels. There's also a show, I have to admit, I didn't see it, but the ads look so cool. Anyone ever see the advertisements for the Nick on the street? So he's from the Nick, and currently in Comedy Central, Van Helsing right now. So I'd like to bring up a workaholic. Actually, I can't say he's a workaholic. If he wants to be a self-proclaimed, he can. So ladies and gentlemen, bringing up to the stage, Mr. Phil Burke. Let's bring this up for you a little bit.
Sure, why not?
We accept people of all heights here.
Wagwan. Welcome to Le Poisson. How's everybody getting their drinks out? Hi, Patrick. All right, couple of corrections on that bad boy. I was in AMC's Hell on Wheels. I did do a show called Van Helsing. Unfortunately, not on Comedy Central. Although it would have made a completely different show. It's more of a vampire thing. Although comic vampires do intrigue me, as they probably should intrigue you. True Blood? No? All right, good talk. But there is an upcoming Comedy Central pilot, which hopefully will be in your back pockets all the time. And I speak of multimedia, thank you. Regardless, we begin. My name is Phil Burke. I am an actor. I am a storyteller. I am an amateur writer. I am Canadian, you sack of garbage. But indeed, I am Canadian. And a first-time legacy speaker. I want to thank these guys very much for bringing me around. And Jordan, I'm very humbled to be asked to be here, and I hope that we're going to go on a ride together. So I'm kind of shitting myself and terrified about this right now because it's interesting when you're brought up into a certain place and you're asked to speak about yourself and to open up a little bit and to talk about your own experiences and trials and tribulations, which we all go through, and now we're willing to share them with, you know, X amount of people that are more than are involved in my therapy sessions. Which can be good or bad. You know, who knows? But I must apologize in the beginning if I do get a little off, which is why I brought some notes. I tend to go a little Billy Connolly at times, and I might go, thank you. And I might go skate away from the topic I'm speaking about at the time. However, I will tend to come back, and I do have some cheat sheets to help me out regardless. I do kind of feel like I'm in speech class again. You guys do that here in America? You have like speech class, like grade school speech class, where you talk about things and, you know, how much you hate your parents because they didn't let you go out and you're grounded and all that kind of garbage. I spoke about my brother who consistently steals away the attention from me. Even now as he lives in Paris in a hippie lifestyle that no one can actually talk to him because he's like the wind. You can't catch the motherfucker. But here we are, we're going to talk about this, and we're going to casually move on at varied paces, at varied times. So again, thanks for buying the ticket. Again, I can't say you might love the ride, but there's going to be a ride nonetheless. And I'm going to bring back the toot-toot. Yeah! So, yeah, the topic tonight is workaholics. I'm not necessarily considering myself a workaholic. True story. Thank you. The hecklers at the bottom are not only friends and family, they're also former bosses. So they all know full well about my work passion. But regardless, in all honesty and truthfulness, I work hard. I work hard in what I do. And whether we, throw the title of workaholic or what I like to call belief into what we do, I think that's something that I'm going to be talking about, is just belief. Believing in yourself, believing in what you do, believing in your experiences, believing in the fact that hardships and strenuous situations, which we all go through, regardless of what type of job that you're involved in or what your dreams are or what your passions may be, we're all going to face adversity at some point. And the belief that you actually have in yourself is the only thing that's going to take you through those walls and allow you to crush through those doors and achieve what it is you want to be. And people always say, like, just believe, look, in the end, all will be well. Which is a load of fucking horse shit. It's fucking bullshit. It's crap. My girlfriend left me over a year ago. My heart is in tatters. It sucks. It fucking sucks, man. Like, my heart is... I'm so depressed right now at times I can't get up in the morning. I can barely sleep. It's garbage. Oh, yeah. And I bet you're going to tell me, you know what, baby, it's all right. At the end of the day, it's going to be okay. All will be well. All will be fucking well. Are you fucking kidding me? That's horseshit. It's bollocks. To the end of the day, it's garbage. And it's just so hard. Like, you can't go to sleep. Maybe you can't get up. At the end of the day, if you're not falling asleep, you're already up. So it's a vicious cycle. And then you go in and you look like a frog at work, and you're just like, and I don't know. But you believe in yourself, as hard as it can be. And you believe in yourself, and you move one foot in front of the other, and you keep going, no matter what it is. And you believe that what you're doing and what you're going after and what you're trying to achieve is what's true for you and what's going to be, I'm not going to say it. In the end, it might be worth it. So anyways, yeah, I am an actor, and I moved here when I was 19 from Toronto, Canada. Glad everybody chimed in on that. Too busy in speech class, ignore geography. But I moved to New York here, and initially I'm sure a lot of people move from everywhere. This is why this is one of the most brilliant cities in the world, because everybody comes from everywhere, and that's why it's one of the greatest places on earth. Woohoo! Okay, we're talking about your city. It's New York. All right. Save that for the end, I guess. But yeah, so I went to the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, and I got kicked out twice, which I think is a feat in itself, to be honest. Getting kicked out of the same school twice. Thank you, not easy. Appreciate that. But when I first came here, it was great within the... Fuck this noise. When I first came here, what was nuts was, like, within the first 2 weeks, I got robbed at knifepoint. And I was a little bit pissed at the time. I was just attending a party, an American Academy of Arts party. So nobody knew anybody, but everybody wanted to know somebody. So everybody attended the party. And as you do at these parties when you're 19 years old, you tend to imbibe a little bit more than you should. And I did. And then on the subway, I got robbed at knifepoint. At the point, I was kind of like, yeah, so here you go. How is it? The Metro card's in the front pocket. All right. Easy, okay. And looking back now, I was getting like, I remember going like, oh, I just got robbed. And I was living with a family at the time. And they're like, are you okay? You okay? I was like, really? I think I just got a first welcome into New York. Like, this is pretty wicked. This is all right. So things like this, you know, believing in experiences, subsequently enough, 2 months later, I got robbed again. This time by a lovely old gentleman in a sweater, a tweed cap, and a cane at Port Authority, waiting for a bus to Toronto on Greyhound, which is, as we all know, nothing but first class. So we're there, getting robbed. It's a long story. It's for another show. But it does involve a bank machine and some isotoners. And so on the 11-hour bus ride back north, I remember calling up my girlfriend at the time, and she's like, why are you living in New York? This is, you know, it's so awful, and this is the second time you've been robbed, and what are you doing? And this is just, no, leave New York. You just had 9/11, like, you know, everything's going to explode. You're exploding. Everything's exploding. The Greyhound's going to explode. And I was like, it's all right, baby, because I believe. And I believe in myself. And I believe what's going to happen is it's going to be worth it. It's going to be okay. I remember, epilogue, I remember going home on December 23rd and landing on the 24th, and my family, my father and I, we always go out for Christmas pints, and it's how we have fucking Jesus Christ. Yeah, boy, well done. And then so we go, and I remember telling my dad, I was like, Dad, I got to talk to you. I really have to, I need to, you know. So we go into the little nook from Doolin's, the local. We go into the little nook, and he sits down. He's like, what's bothering you? You all right? I said, yeah, I told him the story about the isotoners in the bank machine. And he's like, oh, for fuck's sakes, I thought you were going to tell me Lauren was pregnant. Oh, no, Jesus. To which point he announces to the whole bar, fucking Philip just got robbed. He absolutely just got robbed. He's green as grass. He's look, what the fuck? Look at the little pissant. Just got robbed. He won't be buying pints for anybody this Christmas. Thanks, Dan. Hi, guys. And I guess the point of those couple of stories is these experiences and the belief that experiences will bring you back to what you ultimately want to do and where you want to go. And these things that you're trying for, that you're working for, that you're passionate about. And that doesn't, needless to say, mean that these experiences can't teach you certain things. And as we move on, hopefully they teach you what you're good at, what you're bad at, your strengths, your weaknesses. I remember getting out of drama school, and when you're out of drama school and you're ready to go and you're trying to do every audition, and I know we have a bunch of actors here and everything, and you want to go every audition and just, you know, scouring. Back in the day, there was no iPhone or whatever. Not that I'm fucking old, by the way. I'm only 35. You know. But like, you know, 15 years ago, there was no iPhones. It was grabbing the backstage at the newsstand, scouring through the backstage, circling what you want to do, going to every audition, making sure you get up at 5 in the morning to sleep in front of the equity building in order to get to the EPAs. And especially when you're a non-equity member, you got to sleep there at 6 in the morning. Hopefully that these sons of bitches don't fucking show up, so they got an open slot for you because you're the asshole who's better than they are. But that's what you got to do. It's not how you do it, it's how you overdo it. But you believe in yourself enough to make those points, to get up at that time, and to get there, and to do what you have to do in order to get to where you want to go. Quick story. Thank you. I got into one of these things. I got into this EPA, and it was for West Side Story. I was going in for everything. And it was for West Side Story, European tour. Everything's going to be great. It's going to be massive. It's going to be awesome. I have an Irish passport. I can go see my family. I can see the world. This is brilliant. I go in, and you can hear during the thing, and you know you've got that door, and everybody's singing, you know, these brilliant songs from fucking Beauty and the Beast and Company or whatever, Pippin. the fact that I know these 3 songs shows you'll understand. So they're all singing these fucking tunes, and they're wicked. It's brilliant. I come waddling in there, not knowing anything. And the only karaoke song I got in my back pocket is, "One through a party in the county jail. Man began to play and John began to wail." You know the rest. I won't make you suffer. And so I went in, and I guess because it was West Side Story and there was a part of riff, I think it was the guy, I got a call back. And probably because I was one of the only straight guys who was showing up for this audition, to be fair. And I was really intimidated because they were so much better than I was, especially when it came to the dance call. Thank you. So here I am at the first dance call. They're all there, fucking giving it. That was more Michael Jackson than West Side Story, but whatever. So I'm at the back just trying to like, yeah, well, even though the dance call was pretty shit, I got a call back. I sang some more Elvis. They laughed a lot. Did a scene. Wasn't so bad. Now there's a big dance call. Oh, Jesus. Well, I tried to shy to the back. Nope, getting bumped up to the front. Okay, great. Up to the front. Okay, guys, great. And there's the dance captain there. And she's like, "All right, 1, 2, 3, guys, everybody. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. And coming in like this. And 1, hard, and fast. And yes, and forth. And back, and forth. And we're doing this." And I go, "Yes, and we're supposed to go this way." But I go that way. And I went, "Yes." And I broke somebody's nose. Blood everywhere. Oh, you so sorry. Oh shit, man. I'm so fucking sorry. I'm so sorry. This is, oh, fuck balls. So sorry, dance captain. Where did you learn to dance? I did. Fucking Soul Train? I don't know. So anyway, so we're doing that, and I felt really bad. But going back to those experiences that you believe will help you out, that experience helped me to believe that maybe I shouldn't focus on musical theater. And I should focus on certain things that are a little bit more my lane. You know? But anyways, going back, I was speaking about hardships and setbacks, which we all experience no matter what we do. One of the biggest early in my career, I got a starring role on this show on NBC called Mercy. Okay. You saw those 18 episodes. Great. Well, I'll tell you why I wasn't in them. So anyways, I go in and had the audition, the callback, everything was great. Got the part. Taylor Schilling, Margot Martindale, legend. Guillermo Diaz, brilliant. James Topper, it was great. It was dynamite. Like it was really good. And it was just great. I did the cast dinner, I did the cast reading. Me and Margot shared some stories, a couple glasses of wine. She's got amazing stories. And everything was great. My life was going to change. 18 or 22 episodes, a whole lot of money. This is what actors work their balls off for. This is what we got, that one chance, that one shot. Eminem's fucking in the background. Like, here we go. This is it. This is going to be a life-changing experience. This is going to be a life-changing way to live your... It's going to be awesome. And I did it. And I'm here. It's going to be great. Until I found out that my manager... and my agent forgot to tell NBC that I was an O1 visa and I wasn't on a green card. So then the casting director comes back to me and goes, "Phil, you don't have a green card." I said, "Yeah, by the way, I'm with this role for about 10 days. So there was enough time for me to get, or for NBC to sign off on this visa so that I could do the show." wait, you don't have this green card? I was like, no, I'm on the O1 visa. Like, you hire these people, you work with these people. These are the people that you trust in order for you to do your thing. And you put your trust in these people. And then for whatever reason, crossed wires, perfect storm of shit, whatever it is, they completely fuck you. And it's like, fuck. A little side story, my buddy who's playing on my hockey team, he goes, hey, Phil, why don't you call Tony? It's like, Tony? He's like, yeah, he's a congressman. Call him, see what he can do. I don't know if you heard a guy named Anthony Weiner. So Congressman Anthony Weiner was the goalie for this hockey team I was playing with at the time, one of them. And he's called him up. He was brilliant. I have to say, he was absolutely wonderful, and he was great. And he was like, Phil, we're going to get you that 1-1. We're going to get you on that show. It's going to be, don't worry, I'm going to put my top man on it. Everything's going to be great. Well, he did. Turns out it was just a little bit offline. I ended up losing the part. I became really good friends with Mr. Smirnoff for about a week. And, we learn a lot about things like this. And we learn, especially for that the belief in these instances and what you're trying to do, you got to learn from them and learn that maybe the people that you entrust aren't necessarily, you should put your hand a little bit more on that button. The people, I'm getting a light here, probably because I went a little over. But I guess, in summation, I did from that, in summation, Your Honor, 2 seconds. I did end up doing Hell on Wheels after that and being gutted and, 2 years of nothing. I do Hell on Wheels, had a great experience, wonderful people, doing an incredible show on AMC and, it's terrific. And thank you. 2 claps, great. Because you doubled it up. But then, not for nothing, now I did 6 years on that show, had a bit of a short year, and now I'm back to bartending. And, everybody, I see everybody every day, and they're like, you're that guy, and can we take a picture? And that's all very humbling. But I guess what I'll leave you guys with is that no matter what, and especially in this city, which is beautiful and wonderful and one of the greatest on earth, the thing about working hard is having the belief in yourself. And it's about 2.5. It's working, it's doing twice the work in half the time. And if you do something you love, you'll always be buzzing and time will slow down and you're going to be more productive in that time that comes back. And it's just having the belief and knowing that all these experiences and all these different times in your life, in the end, as much as it pains me to say it, you have to believe it'll all work out.
So I was going to ask you before tonight to talk about this picture of you smashing a guitar. But now that you've done your legacy show bit, I don't think I need to ask you why you would be jumping down on a guitar. But seriously, what is the story of this photo, though?
Oh, there's a guy that I met, Yale Goodman, and he was like, hey, man, I'd like to do some photos of you. And I was like, cool. And he's like, let's go do some crazy shit. And I was like, awesome. And then we found this sort of broken guitar right around the corner on of Tompkins Square Park. What is Coyote Ugly? What's there? There's a bar thingy. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It was a bar in the East Village. And he was like, here, let's beat the shit out of this thing. And I was like, great, let's do this.
It's a great photo.
I like
it. Anyways, Phil Burke, so you had that experience. I heard, first off, if you're not an actor, no, he put it to the industry. There's no one who's painted a picture of what it's like to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning as a non-union actor to go to an EPA, right?
And not sleep and be there. And this is all before iPhones. Like, nobody's like checking their Twitter, checking their Facebook, checking their fucking whatever.
You got to read a book.
Like, read a goddamn book. Or maybe talk to your fellow actor. Hey, what school did you go to? Who cares?
Yeah, exactly, right? Just like that. That's how it went. But anyways, no one's portrayed that scenario better than you. So, but you had that scenario with the visa, which is just heartbreaking, and everyone in the room felt that. And then you had the success with AMC, and like you said, you're bartending now. But so, what keeps you driving, and what keeps you wanting to go to, other than the belief in yourself, right? You said that. But is there something that makes you go, I'm going to keep working. I want to keep doing this. I'm going to keep putting myself out there. I don't care about the visa. I don't care if the pilot ended. What keeps you going? Is it something about the work that you like, that you love it? Like, what keeps you moving?
There's nothing else I can do. No, in every sense. There's nothing else I can do. Not that I didn't get great marks and got, into great schools and everything. It's there's nothing that I would want to not get up for, be angry with myself, be happy with myself, to go through the ebbs and the flows and the peaks and the valleys. There's nothing in the world that I would rather do than to succeed and fail at what I love.
So, in summary, what you're saying is do what you love.
Yeah.
And all of the ebbs and the flows are worth it. And besides the fact that you are he is a passionate person. And I like the fact that you bring your own heckling club with you. Do they just follow you around and heckle?
Oh my God.
Paid hecklers. Ladies and gentlemen, Phil Burke, the best dressed man on the stage.
Thanks, man.
I just talked into my